the recent hack attacks we've been reporting on have consumers worried about protecting their data. These days, more and more personal data is on your phone. On top of that, a cell phone is lost or stolen every 15 seconds. The security worries for phone users have created a huge opportunity for mobile security applications. John Herring is the CEO of LookOut Mobile, an emerging player in the field of mobile security. John, welcome to Bloomberg West. Good to be with us. So you've got this app. It's available for Android users, but downloading it isn't the same as downloading, say, Angry Birds. You're not really going to see this app. Explain how it works.
So basically what LookOut is it's a security application designed to protect your mobile experience. So your phone is really your most personal computer. I mean, it knows more about you than anything or anyone. It knows where you are, it knows who you talk to, it even knows your banking information. So it's important that you keep that safe, and that's what LookOut does.
So that's all working behind the scenes in your phones when you download the app, and it can also do things like find your phone when it's lost, right?
That's exactly right. So LookOut protects you in 3 ways. It protects you from digital threats like malware or spyware, protects your data by backing that all up over the air, and then protects your device if it's lost or stolen.
Now, you think about some of the big companies in security, and you think of names like Symantec, and it really feels like you guys have a head start in this game. How were you able to do that?
I mean, LookOut has been focused from mobile from the ground up since day one, and we've built a very, very strong product foundation that's led to tremendous growth. So in the past year and change, we've grown from about 100,000 users to well over 8 million, and we're adding about 1 million users a month to our service. So we've established a very strong leadership position in the space.
Those are big numbers. Let's talk about money, because people can download this app for free. There's also a premium service where you charge. What's the breakdown? You said you have 8 million users now. How many of them are using it for free? How many are using the premium service?
So the strategy has been to build a large network of free users to help aggregate threats from all around the world. So we have users in over 170 countries and territories across 400 mobile networks. We're actually able to leverage that data. So if a user in China, for example, experienced a threat, you and I sitting here in San Francisco would be able to protect ourselves. That help builds this network effect of protection, if you will. On top of that, there's additional premium services, as you've identified, for about $3 US a month, and we've seen very strong traction in the adoption of the premium offering.
Gotcha. So if you download this for free, you can then go for the premium services
exactly right.
after that. Is there other ways that eventually you think you're going to be able to make money from a business like this?
Well, I think the foundation has been focused on consumer, but we're seeing a very interesting trend in terms of business, where the consumerization of the enterprise is happening very rapidly. So if you look at the most popular devices in business use cases, it's actually Android and iPhone, and we're seeing an adoption of consumer devices into the business environment. We see the enterprise space as a huge growth opportunity down the line for LookOut.
So you mentioned Android, you also mentioned iPhone. This is an app that's only available on the Android. What about iPhone? I mean, is that something you would consider making the app available for?
So we think it's incredibly important to have a cross-platform strategy, and LookOut's been built for the ground up to be cross-platform. So currently we support Android, Blackberry, and Windows Mobile. In the future we will support other platforms.
Like iPhone. Any timeline on that, when you'd like to?
We haven't made any announcements yet, but we're incredibly excited about the iPhone. It's an amazing platform.
Some of your investors are certainly excited too. You've got some big venture capital names that have provided you with some money. What's the game plan? How's this all going to play out over the next couple of years as you build the business? What do you want to do? What's the next step?
I mean, when we look at the opportunity, there are hundreds of millions of smartphones growing at a faster clip than ever before. Soon there will be billions of smartphones, and really the future of computing is in the smartphone and tablet area. We see LookOut as being the leading player of protection for that platform.
And when you think of Android, you think of Google. I mean, is there a chance that one of the big technology companies is going to be on the lookout for LookOut, that you guys might be sold to a company like Google?
It's a super collaborative industry, and what's most interesting is when you look at security, there's not necessarily one silver bullet. You know, we're continually working with players from app developers to operating system vendors to mobile operators like a Verizon, for example. So we're focused on establishing partnerships that allow us to keep users safe across the board.
And just to clarify again, you guys started up what? Couple of years ago?
Yeah, about 2.5 years ago.
And now you've got 8 million, basically.
That's right. And we're adding about 1 million users a month or so.
Big numbers. John Herring, thanks for joining us. John Herring, the CEO of LookOut.